Hey guys, Taju22 here, and welcome to my newest Let's Play. Let's play Kirby's Return to Dreamland for the Wii. So, I had a poll not too long ago, and it was either this game or a re-Let's Play of New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and this game won by about, give or take, 4 or 3 votes. But, before I go any further, enjoy the story. Well, I have to say, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look at that! Kirby has a little piece of, at first I thought it was cheesecake, but it's actually strawberry, probably it's, strawberry shortcake. And yet, he ends up dropping it, thanks to his buddies. But what's going on? There's a ship. Oh my god. What's happening here? Oh my god. And that ship is falling apart. I haven't seen something like that since, well, the Titanic. Well, at least the movie, not to say I was there, but I mean, thankfully, I didn't have any, family members that were that were on the Titanic, that time. Look at Kirby! I mean, I tell you, Kirby is so cute. Although, that's what my sister would say. And who the heck is that guy? Wow. Yep, every part of his ship is gone. I'm not sure what he is, but wow. I have to say, Kirby is a kind-hearted person. I mean, I know Kirby's a unique type of species, but, you know, the thing I like about Kirby is that he truly does care about other people. You know, he's not as selfish as King DDD, who is that giant penguin thing. Although King DDD is proving to be helpful at the start, and the other two people that are with him is Waddle Dee and Meta Knight. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to see those three, lest I have any, you know, if I don't have any friends coming over to play, then chances are I'm just going to play as Kirby. And my previous 2 files, those are just practice files, for me. So I'm going to start a new file. But with that in mind, let's begin. Oh, we have to go through the story again? Well, I meant to do it here, but we'll just skip the story, because we already saw it once. Now, this is our first world, or as the game is calling it, a level. Cookie Country. So, it's the first world, so naturally the levels are going to be easier, but later on, it's going to get harder, meaning there's going to be more levels, or as this game implies, stages, later in the game. But, you know, this game, it's not a long game. It's definitely, without question, much, much shorter than Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm going to say that much right now. And of course, you can play with up to 3 of your friends, like 4 players, at any time. So if you have friends coming over, they can join in. And if they have to leave, they can get out. Well, anyways, You control it, you control with the Wiimote by itself, and you move with the control pad. You press 2 to jump, and then you press 1 to inhale, and press 1 again to exhale. Of course, I'll just refer it to as sucking and blowing, but that would probably sound so bad. But no, you have to inhale, exhale. That's pretty much the main form of Kirby's attack. Oh, and by the way, the stars... Well, I'll get to that in a moment. But if you swallow an enemy... Well, first you inhale, and then you press down to swallow the enemy. Certain enemies will give you power-ups, like, for example, the sword. And if at any time you want to discard a power-up that you have, what you do is you press the minus button, you eat up another enemy, and then you take up that enemy's power-up. In this one, this is the cutter. Oh, and at any time that you want to look at the moves, you press the start button, and you navigate with the control pad so you can look at not only the power-up, but also the controls for the power-up. So, I mean, you don't really need it, but if you really need to know what each move does, or rather what every ability does, and the moves that go with it, look it up. You'll be surprised what you'll find. Oh yeah, and those little stars that I just picked up, think of it as the coins in Mario, or the bananas in Donkey Kong. Whenever you collect 100 of them, you get a life. And of course, those little interactive signs, those are just to help you know the controls, especially for the first level. And of course, if you need to jump high areas, all you do is you press 2. You press 2 once, and then you press it again to turn into a balloon, and then you can fly. Like that, see? That way you can reach higher places and find things that you wouldn't find if you didn't do it. And of course, I now just picked up the fire power-up. I mean, I'll go into great detail over each and every one of them, but right now this is just the first level. Now, when I'm standing on that bridge, let me just show you again. Yeah, when you stand on something like this, you press down so that way you can get through. It's kind of like jumping down, but it is a 2D game, so to speak. Not so much in graphics, but more so in platforming. And here's a key, you want to get that. Of course, whenever you're carrying something, you are vulnerable, so you gotta be very careful. And that's to unlock doors. And for this thing, what this is, it contributes to your 100% rating. And what it is, you got an energy spear. Energy spears are scattered across the land. Try to find all the hidden ones. So yes, that's what we're going to be collecting, and that's all we're going to be collecting. So, if I'm... excuse me, I had to hiccup there. If you miss one, or if I miss one rather, I will just go back and get it. I will just show you where to get it. Like if I missed it, I'll show you me getting it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So you want to discard your power-up by pressing the minus button. And what you... well, okay. And what you do, you press the 1 button, but as you do that, you shake the Wiimote, and that will allow you to eat these stone blocks. I mean, not all of them, but just the ones with stars on them. That way you can eat up big things. In fact, it's not just for stone blocks, you can also do it for big enemies like this one. And when you spit it out, yep, you get these projectiles, such as big stars. I mean, look at the star power, man. So it's pretty nice to begin a new project. I mean, as much as I like Donkey Kong Country Returns, I really wanted to start a new game. Oh, now, whenever you collect a power-up from these particular enemies, you get basically a super-duper power-up that you would normally get. I mean, there's a sword power-up, but this is like... this takes it to a whole nother level, as you just saw, with that big old sword. And look at the destruction that Kirby is causing. I haven't seen anything like that since, well, Slim Kirby, but that's another person for another time, although Slim Kirby is amazing. Well, in terms of the Let's Play business, I mean. My god, look at the destruction. Oh my god, and a fish! Oh my god. And of course, every couple of levels, you'll see a black void. Like a black hole, I should say. Well, inside the black hole, you'll find 2 energy spears. Of course, you'll have to jump into it, but in doing so, you lose your super power-up. I mean, there's power-ups and then there's super power-ups. And then you end up in a level such as this. It's all black and white. And what you're trying to get away from is the looming darkness. That's what it's called. And on a personal level, I really love this song. It's an epic song. I really like it. It's called Looming Darkness. I'll be sure to put the name of it on screen so you can see it. And that way you can listen to it on YouTube. There's other people that have uploaded an audio file of that song. So do check that out if you want to. Now, of course, this particular level... I mean, you're going to come across these levels where you have to get away from the looming darkness. I mean, of course, this is just the first level, and it is easy, but later on, it's going to get tougher, so you have to be prepared for the worst. And of course, after you get past the looming darkness part, then you choose a power-up of 2. You pick one, that way you can fight the boss. In this case, it's a spear doomer. I couldn't read it on the screen. Then again, my eyes are starting to get bad. Well, not really, it's just... I said it wrong. Oh well. But yeah, there's 2 ways you can beat it. You can use your power-up, or you can, you know, swallow and spit the projectiles at him that the spear doomer throws at you. But whenever you defeat one, you get 2 energy spears, as well as a way out, and a maximum tomato. So with that, we got all the spears. So now we just need to get the heck out of here. So yeah, I'll go into great detail about the power-ups, but... Oh yeah, and there's a couple stars up there. But yeah, I'll go into great detail about the power-ups. It's just that this one was just to introduce the game itself. And this is a bonus game, by the way. I'll tell you more about that as we go through the game, but... Of course, the highest achievement would be number 1, which the prize is 30 stars. And that could go a long way into helping you get lives. And of course, whenever you clear a stage, you clear the way to go to the next stage. And it just repeats itself, so on and so forth, until you get to the end of the world here. But until then, this is Taju22 signing off, saying goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Alright, have a good day, everybody.